Hello everyone, I am FIDE instructor Atul Dahale and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you a game played between two Americans. Yes, Hikaru Nakamura and Fabiano Caruana. Of course, both the players are very strong and super giants. I must say they are playing in St. Louis Rapid and Blitz tournament, which is happening in St. Louis Club in USA. Okay, and what I liked about this game, like they played a fresh opening. Okay, the opening was Ruy Lopez Opening, and in that Arcangles variation is there. I'll be getting into the details after some time, but before we go further, I would like to tell you that don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. In this game, Nakamura was white, Fabiano Caruana was black. They started with e4 move, and Caruana was black. He played e5, knight f3, knight c6 and bishop b5. Well, this is the starting position of Ruy Lopez Opening. I have even analyzed this opening in one of my videos which is related to the opening. Do watch out for that video. Do check it out. I have given the link in the description as well as in the I section above. Okay. Now a6, bishop a4. Well, the variation which I have analyzed is also bishop capture c6 because this is the exchange variation and it is very important. We should know this thing. Okay. Here he played after this bishop a4 and now Caruana played knight f6, castles. Well, there are many alternatives in this position. Bishop e7 being the most important variation here, but okay, bishop c5 is also there, and which is Caruana's choice in this game. Here c3 is played in order to play d4, sorry, and well, after this he played b5, getting rid of this bishop. Bishop comes to c2 square, and now here there are two main alternatives. One is like black can play d6, okay, just supporting this pawn, and if d4 comes he will go back to b6 square and he will hold on to the position. The plan of action from black side will be to castle at some point and then play bishop b7 and put some pressure over there with these two bishops. Okay, that is one of the ideas. But in the game, Caruana decided to open up the center by playing d5 move. Of course, if you capture, e captures d5 here, queen captures d5, and black's pieces will be quite comfortably placed in the center of the board and he will be having good play. So Nakamura in this position decided not to capture on d5 and he decided to play d4 himself. By playing this d5 and d4 move, you can say like both players are ready to exchange the queens because that's what happened in the game. He captured on e4, white also captured on e5 here. Well, if you capture on c5, which is also a possibility in the situation, then queen captures d1 and you have rook captures d1, then this will be captured. But I don't know why he went on to capture on e5 exactly. He had this option. Maybe he wanted to go to like disturb the pawn structure on this side of the board. That's why he captured on e5 and then queen captures d1, rook captures d1, e captures f3, e captures f6, and now here in this position he played gf6. Well, after this whole situation, you can say black's pawn structure is little bit ruined on this side of the board. Okay, so he will not castle because if he castles on that side of the board, then these two bishops are there who are already ready to attack on that side of the board. So maybe he'll not go there. But now Nakamura was very quick because he needs to bring his pieces in the game. Okay, so he played bishop e4, attacking the knight on c6 as well as the pawn on f3. One thing I want to tell you, that what happens if you capture here on f3, you are recovering your pawn and it looks like you should be okay, but you should see this thing, that what about these pieces? They are not even developed until now, and black will be well ahead in development after rook g8 check. The king needs to go somewhere because if you play king f1, this will lead to bishop h3 check. So you can see with the tempo, with the check is like a tempo in the game, you are getting a lot of time and white will be in trouble. So that's why he did not go for these things. He just first priority was to just bring the pieces in the game. He played bishop e4. Now this knight needs to be supported. He played bishop d7. Again, he did not capture bishop on f3 because then black will play long castle and he will be ahead in development. So here he played the move, that is knight d2. He's just trying to get the pieces in the game as quickly as possible, and I will tell you this thing, that you should always try to do like this, or you should always try to play like this at least. Okay, your priority should be getting your pieces as quickly as possible in the game. If you are not following that thing, then you will be behind in development, and if your opponent's pieces are too much active, then you might be in trouble. So don't do that thing, okay? I'm expecting that you will follow the thing which I'm talking about. F captures g2, and now are you going to capture the pawn on g2? Of course not. We want to get our pieces. So this bishop wants to come in the game, but in front of this bishop this knight is there. So what are you going to do? You are going to move this knight from that square. So he played knight b3, attacking the bishop on c5. Bishop went to b6 square, and now here he played a very good move. Okay, here he played knight d4. Why is he playing knight d4? The thing is that the c6 knight cannot really move, because if the c6 knight captures here, then okay, we can just capture bishop into a8. Knight e2 check might be played, then captures on g2, and this position is definitely better for white because he is exchange up, and his king is also safe. Okay, so of course that's not a good choice. And if you capture bishop knight on d4 with the bishop, then this is what happened in the game. White will be left with two bishops, and we know that the end games where you have two bishops, and if the bishops are open, then it will be beneficial for you. So here black played long castle. He brought his bishop on f4 square. Now both the bishops are eyeing towards these two squares, two diagonals we must say. Rook h e8 is played, then he captures on g2, knight e7, and now rook a c1, attacking the pawn on c7 square. He defended the pawn with c6 move. Now again the question is what to do. Black is trying to consolidate in the position with king b7 followed by bishop e6 and maybe bishop d5. If he manages to get that position, then black will be out of trouble. So Nakamura was very quick, and he understood that he needs to act fast, and he opened up the position with d5 move. Now after d5, king b7 is played. He played rook c5. Well, he is preparing. Okay, c captures d5. He played bishop captures d5 check. Knight captures d5 would have been a mistake, because after c captures d5, the bishop will be very badly placed here. If you play king c6, of course just give a check. If he comes here, then again a check. Double check is there. This bishop as well as this rook is capturing, and black will be lost. Even if you play, let's suppose, king c8 in this position after rook captures d5, then also it will lead to a very bad position, because rook c1 check, king will come on b7 square, rook c7 check, and wherever you move your king, the piece on d7 will be falling. So that's out of question. So he played bishop c6, trying to hold on to the position. Okay, still black is kind of okay, I must say. Here he played a bishop capture c6, knight capture c6. He captured the rook also, but as they say that when your rook comes on the 7th rank, you are slightly better. And well, as they were playing the rapid game, they were in time pressure also, and we know this thing that Nakamura is a fierce attacking player, and he is a very great player when it comes to lesser time control, and he managed to win this game quite comfortably. After b4, king f1, trying to control this e2 square, because rook e2 should not be allowed at any point. Okay, king b5, then he played bishop e3, then king c6. He went on to play this move. Now the a6 pawn is being attacked. King d5, he did not capture that pawn. Okay, see, you can capture this pawn, but then in that case, maybe I think like knight c6 will be played, and black will be getting a lot of play, because this knight will be jumping around somewhere, and the compensation will be there. So in order to restrict your opponent's play, he played rook a8. He's not going after the pawn, he's going after some positional advantages, and this is very good sign about a strong player. He played rook f8. Of course the threat was bishop to b6 followed by the knight on d8 will be lost. So he played rook f8. Now this is a very poor place for the bishop. Of course, like bishop b6 if you play, then knight e6 will be played, and black should be fine. He can still defend the position, but okay, he said like I am going to play bishop h6. Rook e8 is played, and now he played bishop d2, attacking this pawn. King c5, he supported the pawn. Bishop e3 check, king b5, and now rook b8 check, king c6, and he won the pawn. Okay, rook b6 was also a possibility by playing like this, but he played rook into b4, and okay, this is almost getting over. Rest is just normal. Rook b6 check, and he got the second pawn also, and he won the game. Okay, I'll just go through the moves what happened in the game, but it's almost over. Rook a5 check, king e4, king e2, knight f4 check. He exchanged the last pair of piece here. Now the rooks are there. White is having two extra pawns on this side of the board. It is just lost. As they say, like it is just the matter of technique. He played rook c8, then rook a4 check, king e5, rook d4. Of course, you need to protect the pawns so that they can go forward here. King d5 and a4. By playing rook to b4, it is also like this king is cut off from the game, and it was a very smooth victory by Nakamura against Fabiano Caruana. I hope that you enjoyed the analysis in this game, and you will come again on my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We'll be meeting very soon with some new content. Till that moment, take care, goodbye, and love you all.